Welcome back to the Anxious Tradeswoman podcast, where I, your host, Louise, as a party, share what I've learned through the years, through the tears, so you don't have to. This is episode 33. This episode is all about your energy, and it is proudly supported by Shewear, and I'll talk a little bit more about them later on. So your energy, your vibe, I wanted to talk about this in a few different ways. Whether you're like a bit woo into the energy kind of thing, and even I don't want to put down the woo down, but you know what I mean. Your energy, how you walk about the world, how you interpret the world, the vibe that you give off. Like, honestly, when you really think about it, humans are weird. Like, we literally have a mushy electrical circuit for our brain, and somehow we can talk, function, and have consciousness, but we're not going to go there. This is not the episode where we question why humanity exists. But just recognizing that it's weird anyway. You always get those people that you feel good around them, and then you got those people that you feel shit around and all that kind of stuff. So that's what I mean by your energy. There's actually two meanings, but we'll go through this one first. So when we are put into different situations, or we come into different situations, sometimes we're already ready for a fight. We're like, all of you people are sexist. I personally haven't experienced this, but I do have a client who is a black woman and she experiences racism. And part of the view that she has based on the experiences she's had is that most people that she has come across, it has felt like that they've been racist. So she's going through this energy like, you guys are all racist. And, we can find ourselves, general, if you're not a black person, a person of colour. Sorry for anyone if I'm getting my words mixed up. I do not mean to offend anyone. I'm just trying to be inclusive, but my language is, and the practice of it is not quite all there yet. Even, now I'm going to butcher this again, but LGBTQIA plus people, like if, you might have this lens that you guys are all homophobic kind of thing, and based on experiences in different locations or different environments, you might come in with this energy, whether it's sexist, homophobic, racist, okay, they're the ones that I can think of off the top of my head, but all the other isms and whatever. You come in this energy and you're like ready to fight. Like you walk into this room and you're like ready for everyone to come at you and you're just ready to fight. Do you think the energy that you're giving off is very good? It's probably not. And you probably feel like shit too. And this is the part that I really wanted to focus on, is how you feel when you're in that energy. So people can pick up on that energy. But when you are feeling like everyone is this, and you guys all piss me off, and you guys have all done this, and everyone is sexist, and everyone is this, everyone is awful. We're literally looking through a lens of that. And that's how we interpret the world. And reality, math and numbers, not everyone is everything. No matter what thing you're putting on them, not everyone is a good person, but not everyone is a bad person. Not everyone is racist, but people are racist. Not everyone is sexist, but people are sexist. But when we have this kind of, rose-coloured glasses kind of on, we're looking through the world at this, and it doesn't feel very nice. When we have those glasses on, we don't see love. We don't see, someone trying to stand up for us. We don't see the neutral people, or the people who, I know depending on situations, neutral is not a good thing either. But we don't see the people who literally have no idea what to do. They're obviously uncomfortable, but they just do not have the tools or resources or mental capacity to help in any way, shape or form. We don't see those people. We just see everyone bad. And it doesn't feel great. We see and interpret the world this way. We want to make sure that when we have experiences and we're looking at our energy, we want to make sure that we sit, and if we are painting everyone with a brush of everyone is this, we want to sit and look at that logically. Is everyone that? Yes or no? I would say 99% of the time you would come back with a no, unless you're talking about a specific group of, say, 5 people who are all of these kind of things. We want to sit back and we want to look at that logically. If we're putting everyone on that everyone is this, sit back, do the maths, write it out. Who isn't? And who is? And how can we bring more of the people who aren't the thing that we're going against? How can we bring more of them in our lives? And how can we have less of the people that are that? We want to separate from the everyone is everything. For ourselves. We often try and do this stuff for other people. Okay, if I change my energy, I can influence other people, which I personally believe is true. But we need to do it for ourselves first, because we're not going to see a change in people immediately. We might not. But we will see a change in ourselves immediately. We will feel calmer, we'll feel more relaxed. We're not going to be ready to fight. We're not going to be in that fight and flight state like all the time, ready to fight. When we're looking at adjusting our energy, adjusting our view on the world, it's for us. We are the ones that win when we conserve energy. We have more energy for the people that we love, for the things that we love. That's what we want. And yeah, you might influence the people around you. It's not a given, but you might. That's a bonus. Your energy is for you. Managing your energy, managing your state is for you. And by state, I mean like emotions kind of thing. With this, think about what you're going to get out of it. When you have that energy back, and depending on where you're coming from and how kind of bad things are around you, one way that I personally like to think about, especially when I'm in a situation, the situations that I've personally been in have been like extremely sexist or just plain straight out bullying, not any specific flavor, just people that are just not, that are pretty awful. The way that I like to think about it is, if I conserve my energy in this specific instance with this one person, then I can do A, B, and C with that energy that actually impacts a lot more people. So for me personally, I could go back and battle individual people that have treated me like shit. Or I can use my energy to create this podcast, do my Facebook community, do one-on-one coaching, run workshops, to then help and empower, thousands of women and people to stand up for themselves in each situation. And that has a lot more of an impact than me battling individually. And that's how I decide to convert my energy. That's where I use it. When you're thinking of your energy, where do you want to use it? Do you want to use it in writing documentation to prevent this kind of stuff from happening again? Do you want to use it to create a community for people going through this specific thing to then brainstorm and group together to then work out how and have a team effort to work out what is happening with this specific individual or situation? When we stop painting everyone with a brush of everyone is everything, we take a step back. We look at specifics, because obviously not everyone is everything. We're talking generally negative things that we're painting the world with. Not everyone is everything. All right. Do we want these people in our lives or not? Yes or no? Can we avoid them? And this energy of fighting with that specific person, can we use that energy somewhere else? Now, this is a bit of a mess. Your energy is for you. You direct it where you want to go. Just think of it if you've got any energy leaks that are coming out. Okay, I'm going to quit while I'm ahead. I'm going to go into some of these things in more specifics. especially the one about like the people that you put your energy into. Actually, I'm just going to talk about that now. So when we talk, we've broken it down. We realize not everyone is everything. And then we've worked out what specific people are sexist, racist, homophobic towards us. Do we need them in our lives or not? One of my clients specifically had this person that has been in her life for quite a long time. And she doesn't work with them anymore, but they're still in her Facebook and she's still like trying to prove them. And I'm like, does this person add any value? I didn't say it quite like that, but she had a laundry list of people that she wanted to manage her reactions around. And I was like, whoa, this is too long. Like, this is like, you could see she was getting worked up, overwhelmed. I was like, shit, this is a lot of people. And I was like, wait a second. How many of these people do you actually care about your relationship with? And she was like, oh, like, not all of them. So she went and reflected, and we started with like a Facebook friend list cleanse. Starting with followers and social medias in this day and age is a really, really great way to start clearing people that take away your energy, to do that. And then you've got, your real life face-to-face kind of people that, you can sit and consider. Like, if you're at a work site that is sexist, homophobic, racist, do you want to be there? Can you change jobs? Can you ask to be somewhere else? Do you have to work with that person? Is there another team you can work with? And looking at that, do you have to be there with these people? Yes or no? And if it's no, then it's not really worth putting your energy in. If they're not going to give you anything of value, change direction and put effort into people that you want to have a good relationship with. If you really like the workplace and there's one guy that makes your life hard and you're like, yes, I want to put effort into creating a relationship with this person because it's one person at this work site and I really want to stay here. I want to work on this relationship. Yeah, go for it. If it's a workplace that you don't really like and you're trying to fix the people, then the workplace, then I'm kind of like thinking, is this worth the energy? Because you've got a lot to change here. And it's not really that great anyway. Would you rather find a workplace that you do like and maybe the people are better? Okay, let me see if I can remember what I rambled about in this conversation. Your energy, all right? You want to make sure that if you are coming in with the energy of like, I'm going to fight everyone because you are all A, B, or C, we want to take a step back and look at the reality that not all people are bad and not all people are good. We want to select and, kind of divide. And I'm moving my hands around on the table. Obviously, if you're listening to the podcast, you can't see this. You want to put them into different groups, good, bad, effort, no effort, like that you want to put into them. The way that you use your energy and come about into the world, the way that you feel your energy, your vibe, is for you. Because it helps you conserve your energy for the things that you love. And maybe as a byproduct, it will change the people around you. Maybe, not a guarantee. All right. And then we want to work in who do we want to put energy into? Are there people that we can kind of cut out of our lives with like no drama really, like people we can unfriend on Facebook or unfollow that are just taking energy that they don't deserve? They're not a battle that we want to have, that is not worth having. And where do we want to put our energy? Where do we want to direct it? Do we want to battle in person with what's going on now? Or do we want to use that energy to join a support group, learn how to public speak, to then create a bigger change? Do we want to write policies, procedure to prevent these things from happening? Where do you want your energy to go? Okay, I think that sums up my little ramble. But this episode is proudly supported by Shewear. Shewear is a women's workwear boot company. So they produce boots. They've got their own brand of boots. They make boots for women and shoes and different shoes. I'm actually wearing, if you're watching the YouTube video, I keep taking these thongs on and off. Sorry for anyone who gets disturbed about that in the last 5 episodes, but it's really hot, so I decided to wear thongs. So all the slides, these are the Shewear slides. They're awesome. But boots, casual wear, steel cap, safety, they are awesome. And they also stock a whole range of women's workwear that allows you to compare and get a whole heap of different brands from a one-stop shop. So I have a link in the description below. And if you use that link, you'll be supporting this podcast in the process. And remember, if you would like any one-on-one help support, please reach out to me. You can contact me through my Instagram at Louise as a Party Coaching, or you can have a look at my website, louiseasparty.com, and you can contact me through there. Have an amazing day, guys, and I will see you I'll talk to you in the next episode.